up, lads and lasses? Fletch here from Ultimate Halo, and I'll tell you what, I love some iconic maps, and as much as I love iconic maps, I'm also sometimes blindsided by nostalgia. But who doesn't have amazing memories of playing Blood Gulch or Valhalla as a child? But as much as I adore these rose-tinted glasses, there are some maps in Halo that I just sit there and I think Halo Infinite is literally screaming for these remakes. Look, some maps just will not work with Halo Infinite Sandbox. The games have evolved over the years, but these maps in this video, I've gone back and thought, yeah, that's it, Chief. Halo Infinite needs these maps. So, sit down, relax, make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure you go to the description because there is my Twitch and I have the sickest Halo game show with some of your favourite Halo creators coming up next week and I cannot wait for you all to get on board with this. It's going to be so much fun. Anyway, enjoy the video.
Ultimate Halo.
Straight off the bat, I do want to be very clear. I want these designed for traditional big team battle numbers because it couldn't support Halo Infinite's big team battle in its current form because there's simply too many players. But my goodness, would Last Resort or Zanzibar or Stone Town or whatever the hell it's called work well in Halo Infinite? I have visions of the grappleshot and the repulsor doing wonders for the verticality of gameplay on this map, propelling yourself up onto the spinny thing, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, I don't actually know what it is, but a generator of some sort. I don't know, but using the equipment to get power positions on this map, such as the tower on the beach, it would be so much more fun. But I must say that Capture the Flag on this bad boy, Strongholds and King of the Hill would do some tasty gameplay. I also don't think you need to scale the map up too much to accommodate for sprint, which is typically an issue in modern Halo, but because it's so slow in Halo Infinite, and I do think the original sizing of the map would transition pretty well into gameplay for Infinite. So what are your thoughts? What are your feelings? Let me know in the comment section. Alright, just to be clear, I know this pick is weird and I will hold my hand up and fully acknowledge that it's probably against the grain, but I feel like Halo hasn't had a map like this since Halo Combat Evolved, and look, maybe there is a little bit of nostalgia here, but god damn it, Death Island from Halo Combat Evolved would be so much fun in Halo Infinite. There, I said it. But look, I personally do not think that Halo Infinite's current big team battle maps are great for vehicles. Everything is very lane based, which makes it tricky to use vehicles. You tend to fall over a lot, there are lots of ways you can get ambushed, and all the bumps in the ground is kind of a nightmare sometimes, if I'm honest. So how do you negate this issue? Well, just make a giant island in the middle of the sea that has plenty of room to drive and fly around. But at the same time, I'm going to sound like a broken record, but the grapple shot would elevate this map to new heights. Literally, the verticality would be insane, nowhere is safe, and that's kind of what I love about the concept. So whilst I appreciate this map was spiritually remade to a degree in Halo 5 for Warzone and was named Raid on Apex 7, I do feel like it turned too much into a lane based map, and I think it needs opening up for room to breathe to make it feel like a truly unique map. Okay, so this next map is without a doubt my favourite Halo map of all time. Is it Valhalla? Is it Coagulation? Or how about Haven? Nope. Yeah, damn right, it's High Ground. Now this links to me saying that Halo Infinite doesn't have enough good asymmetrical maps, and who's the king of asymmetry? You're goddamn right it's High Ground. So I think if you scale this map up ever so slightly, maybe change it to a snowy map for some visual variety, then you have a map that's perfectly suited for Capture the Flag. Having the grapple shot and the repulsor on this map will be an absolute dream, and you know what, the skewer at the top of that sniper tower, now you're just pulling at my heartstrings, man. I do sometimes feel like High Ground doesn't get the love it deserves, and an official remake in Halo Infinite would be the stuff that dreams are made of. I also think the Ghost would work pretty great on this map, as well as the Gun Goose could be pretty viable for assaults on the enemy base, and one thing I always thought would improve the map is having it so that the main gate can be closed again, and you can mitigate people spamming it back and forth and giving it a cooldown timer. So if the High Ground is a hill, and I have to die on this hill to bring it map on Halo Infinite, then so be it. Hear my words, 343. This is my penultimate pick. I'm going slightly left field of what people might think I'm going to choose, and this one is Exile from Halo 4. Yes, let's look at it this way. Halo 4 already had pretty advanced movement, and the vehicles were already made out of plastic in terms of that they can be destroyed very easily, and this hasn't changed in Halo Infinite. So in theory, it's a perfect match, right? But seriously, I do think that total control would work great on this map just because of how many routes there are and how many cover spots without being too heavy on particular lanes. Vehicles would also work fairly well, I would think, and it's one of the only maps that I think the Banished Wraith might be an okay experience, because otherwise it hasn't been great for me in Halo Infinite. The fast projectiles in the new model would work well against enemies zipping between cover, and if you have this skill, I also think the Wasp would be a balanced vehicle to use against enemies below. It would be cool to see a new visual twist on this map as well. I'm imagining some deep desert canyons, just to switch up the colour palette just a little bit, but overall, this is just kind of a map I just feel would work really well. Don't hate me, I know it's not original trilogy, but trust, okay? You know what, I'm proud, you've made it to the final pick, and don't worry, I don't disappoint. We're going to go back to Halo 2's good old days, but not from the launch roster of maps, oh no. We're going to dig deep into the trenches of Halo 2's multiplayer map pack, and you're goddamn right, that is containment. Yes, I am a sucker and a fool when it comes to dynamic objects on maps, but how can I not be entertained by a giant moving door? Yeah, it's so good. In all seriousness, CTF, Total Control and Slayer on this map would absolutely slap. The large bases are fortresses for you and your team to have a view on the flag, but open enough for the Banished Banshee to hail from above. The grappleshot and repulsor would be lethal, but maybe not so lethal against the fusion coils on the map, which I might add already do exist on containment. So why not, right? Once again, I do find this as just another example of another map that would work great with Infinite's gameplay, but this time I'd like to see the containment zone completely breached, and why not make it a flood-themed infested map? An absolute classic, and once again, a map that doesn't rely too heavily on lanes, it's just open areas with plenty of cover to navigate through. Anyway, what do you think? What is one map in Halo Infinite that you think the game's screaming to be remade? Well, let me know in the comment section down below what you think. And once again, my name is Jack Fletcher. Make sure you subscribe and go to my Twitch in the link in the description down below. You won't regret it. I pinky promise. Anyway, my name is Jack Fletcher, and I will see you next time on the one and the only Ultimate Halo.
Subscribe now to Ultimate Halo for more unfriggin' believable Halo content.